Hey, at least we're live. We're live. I'm gonna check around. Go share it, everybody. Share
Okay,
it. Share it.
got it.
Share it
Oh,
to
yeah.
everybody. I didn't play any music because last week I played some of Tony Justice music, uh, and it just cut it out. It was weird as shit. It just cut it out.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I got his permission. I've had Tony's permission for a long time to use his music, do his stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. We got a couple here. We got a couple here, couple there, couple everywhere. We got some new guys too. What's your new guy's name? He contacted me and then he contacted you. He's out of Atlanta.
Edward?
Edward.
Edward.
Yeah.
Edward. Man, dude, I've got so many calls tonight. It's like this new year. I was like, man,
Yeah.
it ain't gonna happen. They're blowing up my phone. More for like one-on-one, like consulting, and not really webinars. More just like talking about certain problems, certain things, what they didn't do right, what they're missed. It's
Mara,
so
what's up? What's up, girl? What's up, Mara? Hey, Mara, you believe this? Idella ate dinner 7 miles from my house. Didn't call, didn't do nothing. 7 miles. Good evening, Mr. Frank. Well, good evening. How's it going? That's Elizabeth. What's up, Elizabeth? Elizabeth, I have lost. She said hello to you too. I've lost Eddie's phone number somehow or other. I don't know how that happened. Once in a while, my phone does that, and I got like 23. Kyle Williams, hello. What up,
if you need
Kyle?
it, I got it in my block section.
Yeah. He. I got like 20 calls from some chicken feed and seed store in South Carolina. It just kept ringing and ringing and ringing like I care. I don't get it. It's weird.
What? I know I got to get a new one. I just sat on it. Correct. I broke the toilet seat. We're on a live show right now. What the heck?
I can see
Free.
you, Mara. Yes, I can see you. We're gonna get into it in a minute. I got Shaggy on here tonight, or Shaggy's got me on here. However you want to say it. We're all over. We're nationwide.
Nationwide.
We're gonna bust up some stuff.
I don't even know what we're talking about. You
Well, we're
said
gonna
they do.
shut down all the brokers. What we're gonna do because they suck. They just suck.
You
All
know,
they are.
it's,
All
but
they
how
are.
many
They're
times have we
terrible.
seen it?
They're terrible people. Terrible. Horrible people.
Dude,
Horrible.
that's all I
All
did
they
all day
do.
is sell customers.
All they do all day is they just post loads on the internet, and then when some poor truck driver takes it a load, they just keep all the money for themselves and don't give any to the poor truck driver. Hi, Della. I feel like your presence. You're 7 miles from me where you ate dinner tonight. Yeah, that's right. 7 miles. That's amazing. I would have went down there and everything, but I'm still in my boxer shorts, but I don't think anybody would mind down there.
You don't mind.
No, I know Uncle Pete. I know him very, very well. He doesn't mind if you go in there in your boxer shorts because I've been in there a million times like that. Let's see what we got going here. Well, we got a bunch of people jumping in.
I just shared it like 72 times from your page because I'm on here with you now.
Yeah.
I don't know if I shared it what groups or whatever. I don't care. Who cares?
Who cares? I don't know. What's up, fellas? Thanks for the invite. Hey, you kidding me? You're welcome. We love it.
Oh yeah, I gotta flip the comments on. That's awesome. Oh, there they are. I can see people now. That's
Yeah.
awesome. What's up, Miss Miller, Mara? Nice to meet you. Yeah, it's a great topic too because it's crazy. As long as people like me and you have done this, I'm like going on 18 years. Melissa's like on 23 years. You're like on fucking 80. You know what I mean? And you think about it, man. You think about how many times people get a plan and they prepare for this because it's up, down, and everything else. And right now, if you're not contracted or you're not doing something regular or whatever, you're not doing something regular, you're getting stuck in this freaking broker free for all where they're going to hold it whether you like it or not, man. Most of
Well,
these guys,
the
go
thing
ahead.
of it is, the thing of it is, Sparky said I was going to have Sparky on last week, but he bailed out on me, because he's like that. He's like a girl, but when it comes to that, but the brokers right now, if all you're doing is playing on the spot market, they just own your ass. It's just that simple.
Because they don't have to. It's
Yeah.
oversaturated. The markets are playing. People are freight chasing. I got yelled at the other day because a lady told me two things. She said, one, if a driver doesn't want to go home on weekends or whatever, and he's not willing to go all over the place, he's just not a real truck driver. And then another part is, I network, but I only network when I find the loads when I really want the load, and then I always ask for more. Why do you call ahead to brokers and ask for freight when you don't really need it? It's a waste of a time for a broker to waste his time to network.
I don't see. I guess I'm not a trucker then because I never, ever, ever did that. Ever. I mean, I think the longest I was ever out in a truck was like 8 or 10 days because I always went out and
What's
back
up, guys?
and back.
Man, everybody's on here, dude. They're coming in from all over the place.
I know they're crazy.
We got WM on time trucking here, man. Happy New Year. What's up, guys? Bill Seagrave. That guy is lifting weights like it's going out of style. He even offered to help me with my training. He's going to call me and help me get on a diet plan so I don't get diabetes and stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. We got people coming in from all over. Everybody's, and I don't know who some of them are. I see some of them I don't.
It's all right. We welcome them all, man. It's an open platform. When
Yeah.
me and Frank go live, we've been doing this for years. Frank's got to lead the show now through his pages because I'm too busy to guarantee I'm on all the time. But I'm going to try to be here as much as I can.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. But anyway,
Brokers can beat a big fat one.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So obviously they got customers then, right?
Yeah. Candace finally made. Candace, we didn't know if you was gonna make it or not.
What's up, Candace? Miss Marley? That's a that lady. Have you ever talked to her? Is that Candace Marley?
No, but she was circling me earlier in the week, but yesterday. But I couldn't. I had 2 meetings yesterday, so I couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, Candace is awesome, man. That woman books her own freight. If it's Candace Marley, the one out in Nebraska, I think that's where she's from. She books her own freight, drives her own truck, and no one helps her, Frank.
Oh yeah, she doesn't need anybody. Candace say, "I'm here. I'm here." I know. That's cool. We just got so many people diving in. Hold on, from all over the place.
Iowa, Kansas City, Iowa. That's right, Iowa. I got so many calls coming in. I've got one-on-ones coming in. I got freaking insurance coming in like crazy. It's nuts. I am dealing with these guys every day. They are animals. They are animals. If you allow it to be, like if you're caught up, right, Frank?
That's it. It's crazy.
Like if you're dealing with TQL, CH Robinson, Landstar, Coyote, Integrity, and Edge, and Echo, and Fitzmark Spray, these guys on there, you're asking for what you get.
Yeah. I heard a guy finally with some sense, and I don't know who he was. I don't know who the guy was, but he was on social media the other day, and somebody said, "Yeah, these brokers are killing me." Mara's in Nebraska. We know that. Yeah, I know where you are.
Nebraska.
But she's not in Nebraska tonight, not unless she drove about 700 miles since I saw her on Facebook a while ago.
I love Nebraska.
And the guy said, these brokers suck. They're keeping all money. And the guy said, "What? Well, if he used my line. He said, if you don't like them, don't use them.
You don't
What
have
else
to.
am I supposed to do? They don't know the difference. These people, these new guys, these new people. None of the people on this page, except for maybe a few, they don't listen to that. They don't want to hear that. They're not listening to that.
But the problem is no one said you had to haul it, though, did they?
No.
Like no one. When was the last time you had a gun put to your head to haul it?
I've never been able to force a truck to haul one of my loads. I would like to. I would like to be able to do that. And if they get this broker transparency, Ohio Indiana line tonight. Ooh, damn. If they get this broker transparency through they want to, then we'll be able to force them to haul our loads because you know how that works. It always works both ways. I mean, you got to be careful when you're looking for the government to get involved. You got to be real careful about that. But I'm okay with that. I think it's cool.
But why when you talk to a broker, I got a question though, but why do you talk to a broker? Because there's always 3 different deals to brokers. There's the ones that just sell rates, there's one that build relationships and have contracts, and there's ones that also work with relationships and contracts. So Sometimes not every broker and every load and every customer that a broker has is the nicest customer. Hell, I remember when Frank were working their balls off for this customer in Nashville, trying to dick with this heavy ass freight going to Louisville all the time, and it really wasn't that bad, but it really was, right? And he got these robots out of Arkansas that were really, really good. But you spend so much time sometimes looking at the wrong freight. But Frank had two different customers. And half the people that turned down the one freight never asked Frank about the good freight, did they, Frank?
That was two different. You know, the freight out of Arkansas, that the real high dollar stuff, that was government freight, and that's something we need to talk about too. I did talk to my buddy up in Washington today, and they're talking about opening back up, to take in some new carriers in March. So anybody that's thinking about doing that, anybody that wants to get involved in that, if you're not already working on that, you're behind the eight ball. You're already behind. So Shaggy and I, maybe we'll get together and do some,
I'm gonna be on here probably every Tuesday. I'm gonna try because it's easier for me to come to your show. So if I don't mess up, I don't get mad. You know what I mean? You
yeah.
don't.
I just think we need to do maybe a webinar or something about dispatching and tie in some government stuff, because right now is the time. It is the time.
Shoot,
If
I just remember Susan Moore. They just came to my office last week when you called. Remember? They
yeah,
work for Tri-State Motor Transport. This is no shit, right? Over in
yeah,
Joplin, they're called
yeah,
Bedrock 2 out of Arizona. They
yeah.
were telling me while they're in there, I don't want to get them in trouble, so I probably shouldn't tie two and two together and talk about their company. But the numbers that they're getting as DOD and when they get the security clearance with that company right now, like their teams and they're running 3,000 miles a week, making 10, 11, 12,000 dollars a week, not government. And when they put them on the government side, they're saying those teams over there that take those loads are doing like freaking $20,000 and stuff on those government loads, doing DOD with security clearance. It is nuts the numbers they were talking about.
Oh yeah. It's just there's so much of it. We've talked about this about a million times. There's so much of it, and so much stuff going on that there's no way you can keep up with it. I mean, there's everything from toilet paper to, yeah, to missiles. I mean, you name it, they haul it, they move it,
He said,
and it depends on what part of that kind of work you get into.
he said, they know someone will take the load no matter what. Nah, that's not true. They do know someone will take the load because they play the market. But Frank will tell you, he's been doing this forever, and so will Frank Jr. They'll tell you, it's not that. They take freight from customers and they acknowledge not all freight that will they cover. Some they'll take a loss on to keep the customer. There's volume there to the last minute, but other cases they take freight that doesn't have to move today or tomorrow. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's volume. It's
And,
you
and
look at the customer. Go ahead, Frank.
my favorite thing to hear is when somebody gets on there and they go, well, these shippers won't talk to me because I only got one truck. Number one, you better check with Deb Dingo about that. And I hope her husband's doing okay. She's having a rough time there at home.
Oh man, I got Deb on
Uh,
my Facebook now.
yeah,
What's
not
up,
good.
Ricky?
Um,
I know everything about Ricky now because some reason I got confused and tagged Pam on my Facebook, so now I see their whole life story at Christmas time. She posts like crazy.
he's got a big, 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 happy, great big family up
There's a
there.
bunch of them, man. I got like seeing all the pictures of all the kids.
Um, but what was I talking about? Oh,
You know what that smell is? Oh, I left the baking pan in the oven. I was wondering why there's fire going off in the house. Hey, Kim. Hey, there's a question for you down there on the bottom. You see it about government?
no, hold on, I'm getting to it. Can brokers bid on government loads? Yes, they can. Absolutely, they can. Oh, Trimble's over on your page tonight. Roger Jones is there. Roger, Roger's all dressed up. Have you seen his last?
Man, that guy's always sharp. What are you talking about? Him and
Nah, he's like suit sharp here the last couple of
what?
he's like Mr. Real Estate Truck Driver. Something I don't know.
That's
I don't know what it is.
awesome. Go, Roger.
Yeah, real estate trucking. I don't know how you do that. I don't get
I
it.
don't even know how they changed all this. I don't even know how many people are in here.
Dan Brand, can brokers bid on government loads? Yes, they can. Bid on government loads. It doesn't work that way. You don't sit there and just bid on them. You have to post your rates in there, and if your rates are good, they will call you. and offer you loads. You don't sit there and just type in rates for when a load comes up. You don't do that. It doesn't work that way. You either have to be approved or not. Anyway, Shaggy and I have been talking about it. We'll probably get into that in the near future, tie it into one of his webinars. If he can get enough people in the webinars to make it worth time, to sit here for a couple hours one night and just go through the whole process of how to get in there. Because once you get set up with GSA and you get in the program, and you get qualified, you can go in and post rates on anything. I mean, FEMA, USAID, State Department, CIA, FBI. I mean, everybody. Who you waving at?
Bill Seagrave says, I lost my ass this year, 60,000 in pairs and inflated fuel prices. That should be the show next week, I'm telling you, because this is the topic. Like, I'm doing phone calls after phone calls after phone calls right now, and literally, people got lost track. Even some of the people that were in my webinars that I taught, it was so much overloaded of information that I really think people need to go back and learn what they're doing in business. The business part, business. Like you talk about Seagrave. Well, I mean, if you have one truck and you have your authority, you're one truck. Where's your diversity come from? You have your business, Frank. Where's it come from? I mean, how do you make up for that if you can't do it yourself? You have an authority. If you're leased on to somebody, you're stuck because you're dictated by the trucking company you work for. If they don't loan it to you, then where do you get the money from? Your wife's job?
Hold on today.
You lost.
No, I'm reading the comments.
Oh,
You got a Bitcoin dealer on there somewhere.
yeah, that's up on the top. I pass that up because we're in a lot of groups.
Oh, okay. Can brokers be? I lost my ass this year. 60K in repairs, inflated fuel prices. Yeah, it was a hard year.
Well, I'm just reading the comments more. I can't help it. The comments guide the show. We were going to
Mara says we're jumping around too much. She doesn't like that. She likes to get on here on Tuesday night and just hear a soothing,
Okay.
gentle.
I'll talk like Morgan Freeman.
You're channeling Morgan Freeman. That's good.
I will talk like Morgan Freeman.
We'll
This
talk
is
like
the
Morgan
channel.
Freeman. This is the channel.
We are talking about brokers ruining the market because they control the freight because people won't do what they do. And it happened like this multiple times over the last 18 years where whenever things go up, they come down, and in between going up and coming down, brokers control everything and drive the rates back. I see the same rates on the low boards right now that I seen in 2008,
Oh yeah, they are the same. They are the same.
and it went right back up again. It took a year. About a year and a half. Then we hit the fuel prices.
Mara say
You're at bedtime. Thank God, because you were trying to tell me I need to be like Morgan Freeman. Mora, it's
calm
time
down,
to relax in
calm down.
Richmond, Indiana.
Everybody calm down.
Yeah.
I don't think about 90% of the people, and we got some people on here tonight too. I'm telling you, I think about 90%. I don't think about 90% of the people even have any fucking idea what brokers do. I don't think they get it. I don't think they
I'll tell
know.
you, I started this
Yeah,
brokerage like
because
4
when
months
they
ago.
got into the business, they went out, they bought a truck, they bought a trailer, and they got on DAT and started calling people.
What up,
And
what up, whoever that is?
they started calling, and they think that's how it works. They do. They think you get up every day and you just sit there and play the numbers with the brokers all day, every day. That's not how this business works. It's not how it works at all. And if you're doing that, you don't have anybody to blame but yourself. Yeah, and that's hard to hear. And somebody will get mad. Well, screw you. Well, go for it. I've been doing it. I've had trucks since 1979. I've had trucks. I've been a broker, since 1989. So, I mean, if you're sitting there relying on somebody else to make a living for you, good luck. There's Eddie Dion. What up? Frank and Shaggy. What up, brother? I see you got me on your phone. But the plain fact of the matter is, I don't think people. I just don't think they understand how the whole thing works.
I wish I could see the names on here. I don't know who they are. What's up, Frank? Hey
Well,
guys.
they're all over the place. There's Miranda, Miranda Reigns. What's up, girl?
She
You
says
haven't.
I'm still waiting for you to send me the login and website and login info for the broker load boards of all the shipper loads that are available.
Oh well, I mean it's real easy. GSA.gov. There you go. There it is.
Yeah, I remember when you did that and you go in there and it's like a freaking when you get in there to the websites and stuff, it's like a smorgasbord, like freaking you're watching on Netflix, you know? We're getting off to another subject though. You still wonder why brokers suck right now because they control the margins or the freight, the leftover shit that's on the boards. I mean, do you ever understand when the brokers are offering the shitty rates, what kind of commodities they're offering you, like Niagara water?
It's leftover shit. And the big box brokers like you and I were talking about yesterday, they're calling these shippers right now and going, "Hey, I can get you a 10% discount because these guys are hauling everything 10% cheaper than they were a year ago, and they're pushing it down, and they're talking the shippers into doing it.
Dude, I talked to
These are the big brokers, the small brokers, the little guys. They're not doing that. They would never do that. They would never think about doing that.
So
You know,
I was in that webinar, remember? And I was doing the Google Docs. I got my current Google Docs right here, and I had all the people in there today. And yesterday I was doing the go-to meeting, and I called that guy Norris Scale Company that's down here in Sullivan, and he might be seeing my videos. I don't know, but he was the three brokers I got a hold of, and then I was talking to Great Dane and stuff today, making calls. Most of the brokers I got a hold of, you know who they're using?
who?
Or sorry, customers I called like Amanda and Mr. Isles at B&B Foods, Terry Norris, Norris Scales. I mean, this guy. Remember I told you about the guy that offered me the loads going with the oversized crane, the scales going up to West
Yeah,
Cox.
yeah, 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 yeah.
When I hung up with him the other day with Tyson on the phone, he rubbed it in my face that TQL moved a 500-mile load for $5,800. Both of them, 500
Yeah.
miles. But TQL is the broker that I keep running into at these customers right now.
Charles Bundy's on here. Good evening, guys. What's up, Left Lane with Lefty? What's up, my brother? We see you on there.
Man, I seen him last night. He's
Yeah.
going through all kinds of health stuff, and he's talking about his medicine and all kinds of crazy stuff. Dang.
Yeah, we're gonna get him right though. We're gonna get him all tightened up here for long. Hide and watch. We're gonna do
Did you
it.
say chiefed up or tightened up?
Cheap. We're gonna get him tightened up.
Oh,
Tighten up. We
I
get
never
done.
see. I was gonna say because I don't see Titans around. That is just.
No, Titans are home watching shit on TV. We're
So we got a
done.
question here. It says, do shippers or the brokers create the feast or famine with rates every year that have been in this clinical pattern? I think it's both.
It is both. It's definitely both.
Yeah.
But it's not a cyclical pattern every year because for about 2 years, the spot market was crazy, crazy, and a lot of people bought trucks. A lot of people added in trucks. You know, a lot of people tried to jump in and run, and then and Shaggy and I were sitting here for 2 years, and I was picking on Shaggy.
Fine.
Yeah, but for 2 years while it was jamming, Shaggy's going, "You guys better have a plan. You guys better come up with something. You guys, because this is not going to last." And I would kid him and pick on him and go, "The sky is falling. The sky is falling." But sure as shit, as fast as it picked up, it died. And I mean, it died in about 2 weeks. 2 weeks, it was over.
Yep. But it was the same because if you go back to 2008 and when we were died all the way up until about 3 months before 2010 and the fuel prices went up. When the fuel prices went up, you made so much money off fuel surcharges and the rates right there from 2010 to 12. And then it died. And then you look at 14 and the snowstorms. It just happens all the time. 14. Remember, everybody wasn't bitching. They were bitching about e-logs coming in, right? In 16. But in 17, December, when the e-logs came in and jacked the rates up again, no one yelled for that whole year and a half, did they?
Oh no, nobody said a word.
But then whenever it gapped out in 19 or 20, whenever it comes in and COVID came in and jacked it up, the first 6 months they cried. But after that, they were making bank, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I watched a guy yesterday, and I know the guy. He lives here in town. Uh, Mara says a lot of people bought trucks in the last year too. The TikTok truckers. I give
Last,
them a year.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. A buddy of mine said this the other day. He said if you got a lot of money, you might last a year. If you got a lot of money and really good freight, a really good Credit, you might last 2, maybe.
You know what amazes me though? Like I get a lot of calls from people that have one truck or two trucks or or two trucks and a trailer. And they're out there and they got because I've been doing insurance like crazy. Speaking, we're getting off subject for a second, but they got Progressive. So I'm like, if you have the freight and you're even dispatching in this market, but your truck breaks down or your drivers are sitting, why are you not using your trailers and the freight that you have and finding owner operators in the area to lease on to keep yourself in business? Why are
Because
you just quitting?
I would think it's a perfect time to do that. But
It is.
if a guy calls you on the phone, and he's thinking that he can get rates from a year ago, and he calls you up and he goes, "Yeah, I don't run over here. We don't do that. And I don't run over there. We don't do that. And I ain't doing this." And he gives you a whole list of shit he won't do. And then he goes, "And I want 10 grand a week." You ain't gonna get it. You're not going to get it. I don't care who you are. And I got news for you. Here's a healthy fact for you, a little spark of the moment type thing. A year ago, when rates were banging, the guys that wouldn't do anything, that refused to do everything, they weren't making it either. They weren't making it then either.
It
So
wasn't there.
and then you blame it on brokers, and you blame it on this, and you blame it on that. Everything except for the fact that, the two things that we've been asking you to do, me and Shaggy, for 5 years is, number one, make a plan. Number two, have some relationships. It's really, honest to God, honestly, if you've got those two things going on, you're going to be okay. Mike Forney's on here. What up, Mike?
What's up, Mike?
If you can just do those two things, make a plan and build some relationships. I watched a guy yesterday, okay? Listen to me. Yesterday, he pulled a load out of Leesburg, Florida to Baton Rouge, Louisiana on a reefer. It was 36-degree reefer. It was food stuff. And he got $3.86 a mile out of Leesburg, Florida. That's Central Florida. That's right in the middle. Leesburg, Florida to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. $3.86 a mile.
Dude, remember Jared Lieberman that did the show with you?
Yeah.
With his brokerage Frostbook. Dude, he's in Florida. He's the B guy and all that stuff. Dude, he don't allow nobody or no freight through his brokerage out of Florida with the customers that doesn't pay for his guys. I'm not lying.
Yeah. But this guy said, because I was sitting there talking to him, he said, well, here's the thing. He goes, I know this broker really, really well. He's based here in Nashville. He goes, he got $5.40 going down and $3.86 coming out. Dude, to Florida, that's a home run. That's a home run week if he doesn't do anything else. It's a home run. So he said, well, I've had relationships with these brokers for, a lot of years. He's got one truck, and he goes, dude, I get all my freight from these guys before it ever goes on the load boards. What have we been saying to people for 5 years? What load boards are junk.
I get it. They always have been.
Yeah, they're junk.
I use one broker.
Brokers. Some of these big brokers know that the only people hauling their freight is small and medium-sized companies. The big mega carriers don't haul broker freight. They don't do it. Most of them have their own brokerage.
Even up until when I shut down my trucking company in 17 and started doing all this stuff, I could tell you I used Laura at Datum Freight, Adam at Spot Freight, the guys at St. Louis Consolidators. I can name off the brokers I still work with now and the product we haul. We did it every week. The bottles, the coolers. Man, it was the same guys. I ran the same guys, Tom Foltz, Helmet, Robert Mateer. They're all still around.
I was telling you about our buddy Tim Gentry over in Sweetwater, Tennessee. His shop burned to the ground Thursday night.
Man, that sucks.
And he lost about 6 or 8 trucks that were parked behind it, caught on fire. He lost all his tools, all his equipment, all his parts. Stuff his dad had been in that shop for like 30 years, and they just lost everything. But Tim is one of these guys. That when freight slowed down, he didn't bat an eye. He went out and bought a couple of he went out and bought a couple of cattle trailers. He hauls boats and cattle because it all pays $4 a mile. He switched. He adapted. And you'll get a guy and he'll go, Yeah, I ain't gonna haul them cows. They stink. You're in the wrong business if you're thinking that way. You're in the wrong, and you ain't gonna be here. And there's nothing anybody can do to help you.
But see, then you got all these guys that freight chase that are mad at these guys hauling Menards, right? Or these guys doing this, these contracts. They're not paying for trailers. They're not paying for city, but they're hauling cheap freight. They're hauling 230, 250 a mile. They're running back and forth. They're getting paid both ways. Sometimes it's empty. They're home on weekends. Everybody's agenda is different, but they're getting a paycheck every week, and they're doing it with 4, 5, or 6 or 7 trucks on their fleet.
Yeah,
Then you
yeah.
got other guys that call you that are leased on the Landstar with 6 trucks. Their expenses so high because people are dropping trucks places. They're paying 35% in their cost of operations for one company. Trucks damn near $13,000 a freaking a
Oh
week.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, if you
But it's the
want to,
broker's fault, Frank, that we did
yeah,
that.
it's all the
It's
brokers.
all
It's
the
all the
broker's
brokers.
fault
It's
that
all
we
the
put
brokers.
ourselves in it because they should know my expenses, my problems, and they should pay me for it.
Well, and all they do though, Shaggy, all they do, this freight just magically comes on their computer,
Falls right out of the
falls
sky.
in the sky right on their computer, and they just put it on DOT, and then just give it to these truck drivers, and then they keep all the money. That's because that's how brokers. That's what they do. That's how it works.
I get
They
it.
don't have any idea. That's
But
like that's like going to the grocery store and buying a bag of tomatoes and walking up there and go, how much did you pay for these tomatoes? And you don't know where they came from. You don't know who grew them. And you couldn't grow a tomato. If somebody hit you with a bat in the head, you couldn't grow a tomato. But they want, where'd you get these tomatoes? How much did they cost? What do you got tied up in it? Same thing with a broker. You
shit.
start asking me those questions, me and you are done. We're
I've been
done.
in there. I've been in there, honestly, man, doing silks. I've been on the. I've been in there doing. Yeah, because that's the secret load board for brokers.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. That's it.
We've been on there. We've been on there doing researching and calling. I've been calling like Fitzia. I've been calling Amacor. I've been calling all these places, and I'm getting past the gatekeepers to the people. And a lot of 90% of the people that I'm calling, they're telling me right there on the phone, like the furniture places we're calling in North Carolina. They're telling me, and you could look at their just. I mean, I've been driving long enough that I can go and look at the picture on their website, right? And you can look at the drop trailers and the pictures on Google, and you can see the trucks and stuff. And they're all telling me I'm either getting two things. One, they're happy with the guys they got, and they're like they use them all the time, like a Great Dane did it. You need to call this guy. He works with more people, and they're giving referrals. And I got to get all that guy, but most of them's ending up with I have to go and email them because they're busy or they're not at the location, and then I got to follow up with them because they don't say no. It's the follow up part that's taking the time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And you're not going to build, you're not going to build a relationship. You're not going to get anybody to love you or trust you with one phone call. I mean, it's not how it works.
Yep.
You got to put in a little time. You got to put in a little work. You got to
I'll,
call them more than once. You got to build a relationship, just like they would build one with you.
I
But
did.
but these guys sitting there. I saw a guy the other day. He's on social media. Well, after 36 years, I'm a parking my trucks. I got 3 trucks because, well, they finally beat me out of the business. They who?
Who?
Who? They who? Who beat you up so bad that you went out of business? I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I
Frank,
don't understand why. If you opened up a pizza restaurant, don't you think you'd want to know how to cook pizza? I mean, really, don't you? Don't
Frank,
make pizza
somebody just wants you to love them and trust them.
and give them everything they want.
That's it. They want you to love them and trust them.
I just want you to love me and trust me. I don't know who that is.
I don't either, but they really like you.
I know. I just want you to love me and trust me. Okay. That's
You
right.
gotta watch the show a little more because it's
I know. Hey, look, I want to show you something.
we're being really mellow tonight too.
We are, and I'm gonna plug my buddy. Okay, my buddy.
Ooh, hey, that's that stuff I seen that guy that had the really shitty hands in a video, the mechanic worker, and he rubbed that stuff on there and said after 2 times he had no cuts.
I got to tell you something. My wife, who is an expert on all things medical and all that stuff, she got when I got that's the only little jar I got left. She took it all because she's tried CBD cream and all this other stuff, and all this stuff. She tried this stuff like overnight one night and came upstairs and got all of my shit and took it. So I got one left. That's it. And if she found out I got it, she'll come and get it too. But you guys, we just signed them up to see my hat. My hat, Circle C Trucks and Equipment. They are in Tompkinsville, Kentucky, and they are the newest distributor for Bull Snot products. And they're the only one in South Central Kentucky, nobody else. So if you guys need anything, stop in and see Josh and Justin and the boys up there, and they will hook you up. I don't know if they already got it yet because they just set up their deal, I think today. But it'll be in his Chrome shop, and you can get it there. That's some good stuff. And he's got this other stuff, this Alumable. It's a aluminum cleaner and polish. It works. All of his shit works. Anyway, that's the end of my sales pitch. I wanted to do that. Van is a friend of ours. He's a good guy. He's good people. Um, you buy his products, and his products will work. I guarantee it. I guarantee you they'll work. So anyway, back to busting brokers. You know, I saw a guy yesterday too on there, Shaggy. You might know him. I don't know. He said he was selling his brokerage because he has 3 trucks and he drives one of them, and he doesn't have time to drive the trucks and dispatch them and run his brokerage at the same time. So he's selling the brokerage. And I didn't see any details like how much or what you got or none
But
of that.
why?
I he said he
That
doesn't have
makes that literally the whole option makes no sense because the only if you're a trucking company, 3 trucks, you can't go nowhere without the brokerage because you can't service customers or legally give freight to other carriers without having it.
I don't know why. I don't know. Candace say, "Oh, got to try that one." Candace, if you do, you'll be happy. That's some good shit. It really is.
I've
That
seen it
shit
on the
works.
video. Maybe
That
one of
shit-
these days I'll get some more stuff from him. Gotta get to try it. I'm about to go get some now. My hands suck.
Well, we're gonna go to that truck show. And you got to come down and go to that down in Kodak, Tennessee.
I'm putting it on the calendar. I just
Put
told
it on the
Melissa.
calendar. Come down there.
Betty's trying to get me down there. She said I had to come to
Betty's
Miss
setting up.
Betty.
Betty's setting up a booth. We're gonna
I
hang
know
out
it.
with her. We're gonna go live on the internet. We're gonna hang out with Tony Justice, Trucker G. Trucker G. I don't know. He brings a lot of people with him. All his followers and so on. And him and Van with Bull Snot. We'll be there. Charles is going to be there.
Charles is
Hanging
going
out.
to. Ah.
Charles lives over there. That's where he
Does
lives.
he? I didn't know where Charles lives. I've been trying to get on his thing. He keeps asking us to be on there. We need to go on there together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been on his show a couple times. I like the one on his show. It's good. I mean, you just sit there
Yeah.
and talk about trucking.
Betty asked me today about going. She's been talking to me about going, and I said, "Yeah." Frank invited me to go down there and do all that stuff. He tagged me in it. I just found out about it like the other day.
Yeah. What got me? Uh,
Where are we going to be at? Somebody asked.
Kodak, Tennessee, and it's large cars and guitars. I think it's May. I want to say third.
4th, 5th, and 6th, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. It's in the very first part of May, and it's just a truck show. A lot of music. Tony's going to be there. Probably Long Haul Paul. Those guys will be there. Mara said I'll be doing. Charles say May 5th. May 5th.
Is it 1 day or 3?
I don't know. It's at least a couple days. It's got to be because they got a lot going on.
Yeah, Smoky Stadium, May 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Okay, yeah.
They have room for the walkers from GS following. 3 days.
Yeah.
God, that's got to be better than the damn truck show.
I don't know if I'm gonna go up there. Ricky said
Somebody
they have
said that
room
we
for
sent him.
walkers.
No, I think we missed that one. Somebody have to. He's too busy over there yelling and going back and forth on rates and what's happening. Everybody's crooks and how you need to get with AI because AI is taking over the world. Yep. So he's too busy for the truck show. Right?
Oh, Ricky said, do they have room for the walkers from G's following?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That I see. That's what I just said, but I was trying to be nice about it. I passed right
I
through
know. That's
that.
funny. That's good though. That's good shit. That's funny.
Jess's birthday. Did you see the part? Somebody wanted to know if you sent an invitation to Chad Bartlett.
Me?
Yeah, did you
He's
send one?
got me blocked, man. He's got me blocked.
I'm blocked too, so I can't do it. Can you ask Shane Ferris if he can send an invitation over to him? Invite him along?
Shane knows him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now, Shane, I would love to have that. He's cool as hell.
Oh, Candace
I have
said
a
it's
stock photo of him I'm
Jess's
saving for
birthday.
bribery.
Yeah, Candace. Jess is going to be there. And yet another reason to party is all Jess needs. That's all she needs. Another reason.
That's her. Poor Jess.
Uh, Ricky. I don't even know what page Ricky's on. I don't know where he's at.
I don't either.
He's not on the G3 page. I don't know where he's at.
He might be on it. He might be on it. He's probably in the group or whatever. I just got here.
Probably in your group.
He might be in a group. He's in both of them. I'm
He's-
staying
oh,
at the Fairfield Motel in Staten. Cool. I just got here. Who do I know? I don't know anybody. I don't even know the guy next to me. He's just.
Mari, you're going to have to figure out a way to get down. It's going to be funny. Shane just got here. What do I know? You know everybody, man. Everybody.
Shane knows everybody.
Shane knows everybody.
He does.
Chad, we know Chad.
We don't know Chad. We're blocked.
Charles says Aaron Tipping, Tony Justice, Long Haul Paul. Yeah, that's just a few. You know who else we need to get down here? We need to get Mandy Joe from Idaho. I don't think she's driving right now. I think she's just hanging at home. But we need to get her to come down here with a guitar and hang out for a couple of days. Because I tell you who will definitely be there. Definitely Jacinda. She'll be there. She's coming.
I wish I could see the names on here. Shane's cool.
The only
I like
ones I can see are the ones on my page. And I flip back and forth to your page once or twice. But on the Eve Mugs, it's hard to see everybody's name.
Oh, I forgot to do that.
Ricky says he's on G3 truck. Oh, you must be on the truck sales one, Ricky.
I forgot to do that. Thanks for reminding me.
She my girl. Who your girl?
59 shares.
Well, I'll just say maybe he ends up busy with the Mother's Day convoy. Yeah, but that's later on, though, right? That's later on, not that early in the month. I don't know.
So we're in 59 different areas at once. Well, 60. We're on my page. We're in the groups. We're on yours. We're all over the place.
Yeah. Nah, Candace, you got to come. You got to show up. We're gonna have some fun. Me and Shaggy have been talking for a long time about doing a trucker jamboree here in Nashville, and this is about as close as you can get, which is really cool because, those guys setting it up here, they're gonna have music, they're gonna have a truck show, whole 9 yards. This is gonna be funny. Candace, it was on the 8th last year. Okay.
It is awful close.
Yeah, that's right on top of it.
When is the truck show? When's the Louisville truck show?
That's in March.
Uh,
I'm not going this year. I went last year. What year was it me and you went? 2 years ago?
before
3?
last. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going. I'm not going.
I'm not going. I get tired of that place. Everybody's just going through there. It's a bunch of. I just don't want to do it.
It's in the. It's just too much walking around, and you don't get to see anything. On top of it, it's too crowded. So I'll say, yeah, that's Matt. Charles, you're not going to Matt's either, are you? I mean, you're not going there this year. You said you weren't. I thought. I'm not. I'd rather just wait March 30th through April the 3rd. That's Matt's. Yeah, I'm not going to go to that. And I only live 2 hours.
I've done Shane's done more than me, man. That guy goes to every one of them. He's been in Dallas, Matt's.
Well, he lives over there in state of misery, so he's kind of right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
He can go to all that shit.
That Yeah, I just over it, man. I just don't want to go there and meet the vendors
I
and
don't either. I don't
do
either.
this stuff. I've done them so many times. It's just by the time you go to the hotel. I mean, I don't want to go party. I mean, I don't want to go downtown and
I don't
follow
either.
people around and go to the bars and.
Yeah, I don't want to do that either. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. But I'll go
But
Saturday.
that other stuff sounds fun. I haven't got to. I always wanted to go to the one over in Joplin. I just never have made it yet. That the Four States does too, where they have that big drag racing with the trucks and all that crazy
Oh
crap.
yeah,
That
yeah,
looks
yeah,
fun.
yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Candace say Saturday stopped it. Stopped what? They didn't. I tell you what, they kept talking about they're going to stop the parking lot parties last year. I'm here to tell you they did not. They were alive and well. Mara said, "Hey Shane, what are you building by the interstate?" He's putting his new shop up there. Oh, Dallas, Dallas. Okay.
Yeah, Dallas sucks though. Louisville's cool. Dallas sucks because the place they do it at really blows because you got to drop stuff off. You can't unload. They treat you like shit down there putting your stuff in that place. Man, when I did the venue down there, when the first one before I started training, it was horrible. I want to go to Four States too.
Yeah, that one would be fun. I used to go to Wildwood every year, and that's usually the first one of the year, because it's down in Florida and it's warm and everything. I don't even know if I'll go to that this year. It's hard to say. So far, the only one I'm going to is the one is guitars and large cars. I'm just looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a cool show. That's what I think. That's
I
just what
guess
I
a
think.
lot of the clients that I work with are just not clients that go to that are at the show. Most of them are out working. They're not trick my truck guys. You know what I mean? They're good companies. There's some. I like the River End Casino. Everybody does. It's bad.
Yeah,
That's because all those casinos are over there.
I'm going to Wildweed. I'm going to Wildweed,
Which one's that?
Wildwood, Florida.
Oh, I've never done that one.
Yep.
I haven't done Vegas or the Iowa 80 or nothing. There's so many of them.
Wildwood's a lot of fun, but it's down there at the TA. It used to be a 76 way back in the day. Uh,
Is that the one at Four States?
no, Wildwood's a whole different
No,
thing.
he's talking about the one last year with Tony Justice.
I don't know.
I can't keep up with the comments. There's a lot of comments.
Yeah, there's a bunch going on, a lot going on. Anyway, we've pimped enough for the truck shows and the bull snot and all that tonight.
Well, we tried to get in bashing brokers, but it's not fun no more. We should have started off the show learn how to run your fucking business.
Most of the people that come in here on our shows, they already know that stuff. It's like preaching to the choir. You know, they already know it, and they're
Look,
not. They once in a while you'll see a comment. Yeah, these brokers suck. They're new to the page.
is that Shane talking about he always goes to Iowa? That's because he's in the fucking middle of everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, Tony Justice. I know that was the cool thing. That's where they had that truck jamboree and the trucks doing the drag racing or whatever in the field and all that crazy stuff.
No, that's Candace talking about she goes to Iowa 80.
Oh, okay. I figured it was Shane. She's in the middle of everything too.
Charles says he's going to Wildwood.
All right, Frank. Everybody's been great. Hey, I really appreciate you letting me come on. Of course, and we always do it anyways. And I miss everybody. I appreciate everybody. You guys are all rock stars. I got to go back. I got like 3 new insurances I got to work on because I got to get more focused. And I got some things to go over. And I've been getting calls tonight for one-on-ones and helping people with trucking. I got to get back to. So I'm with Shaggy's Consulting. If you guys want lots of help, you can hit my phone number. It's 812-870-2039. We're always available for you guys to help and look me up. Hope you guys have a really great rest of your week. You know what I mean? And hell, network. You know what I mean? Make those phone calls.
That's
Call
what we
ahead.
got to do with network. That's what we're
Nobody
here.
said you had to wait to the last minute to freaking book a load. That shit drives me crazy. When somebody says, and when somebody tells me they can't call brokers to ask ahead for loads because the brokers are busy and they don't want trucks unless you want the freight, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. And then number
Uh,
two,
that just all that tells me is you do not have a relationship with anybody. You
just
just
because you have guys that you
and
know
they're
when you go to
paying
El
for it.
Paso and they have freight waiting for you, you know. I mean, if you got 3 or 4 trucks and you're just keeping them maintained and stuff, go try to do that shit with 25.
Somebody on there, I hate brokers. Poor thing. Poor thing. Don't
All
haul that
right,
freight.
Rick,
Don't
I'm
haul that
out of
freight.
here, brother.
You bailing out?
Great stuff. Yep.
All
My
right.
dinner just got done and I
I'll
haven't ate all day and I've been starving.
be around. I got to get up to the shop tomorrow and start working on some of our trucks. Me and Ricky got some trucks we need to clean up
Yeah,
and
you got two
sell.
for sale, don't you?
Yeah, we got two 2016 Cascadias, and we're going to clean them up, polish them up. I got DD15s, 10 speeds. One of them's got everything. It's got an APU. It's got the little button you pull to unlock your fifth wheel. It's got all that stuff. It's a nice. I told Ricky I drove it the other day when we picked him up, and I said the only thing that truck needs to be a car is an automatic transmission. That truck is so smooth. It's so nice, and we're gonna have a good price on it too. I gotta get up here and talk to Ricky about it so we can figure out a price and all that. But yeah, we got two of them. We got a couple others too, but we'll put them up. I'll put them up on the weekend. I'll put them up on all our pages so you guys will see what we got for
Yeah,
sale.
next week we should focus on running a business, like the business side of it. Like a lot of
Yeah,
guys. We need to
yeah,
get more specific.
I did that on my YouTube channel about a month ago, and I had a lot of hits. People were very interested in how to do
It's
that.
the big topic right now. Like
Yeah,
the different setups of business, your different trucking companies, you know, like they need to understand that stuff, Like
yeah.
these one truck authorities aren't solving because they have no plan. They don't understand what's going on. It's all like they just come to a complete halt, and here comes the dust at them, and they're trying to look through it like this. And there's really no guidance, you know what I mean? Because you look all over Facebook world, it's dispatching services, fucking brokers that don't know what they're doing, putting their freight right out there on the list. It's, you got everybody on YouTube from some other country teaching you how to do dispatching still or what. Like every 5 comments is another dispatching service. And all the carriers, where are they at? I mean, well, we're working.
I,
The
I,
ones, the one,
it's like all the guys over there, all the guys over there in Lefty's area, they're buying trucks and growing. Those people are buying. You don't see them on social media. You don't see them, making YouTube videos and shit like that. They're trucking and they're buying trucks, and I'm talking about large cars, big trucks, and they're growing, hand over
all
fucking
you
fist
see is
over.
owner operators. I'm looking for owner
They're adding
operators
owner
right
operators.
now.
They're buying company trucks. They're buying equipment. There's Jeff Hawkins. What up, brother? Uh, they're
What is
growing.
it? What's up, Jeffrey? Jeffrey's slapping. He got his authority now. He's out there rowing, but he ain't using low boards. All he's doing is laughing at all the people calling him that want to run his company for him.
Amazing,
Ask him.
amazing.
I call them silent killers. But it's really weird right now. If you pay attention to 480,000 Facebook worlds, it's either somebody selling a product, a dispatching service, some AI bullshit, some lead generation system, or it's people looking for owner operators. That's what it is. Like,
Yeah,
so you're either on this side of the fence right now, picking up the guys that are falling to the sky like we preached, and they're prepared for it, or you're the one falling, going, "Come on, help me,
yeah.
Frank."
The sky's falling. The sky's falling. Meanwhile, those guys over there around Charles Place over there, they're buying trucks. They're hiring drivers and keeping them. They're keeping drivers, and they're out there running up and down the road.
Then you get this ad that
Anyway,
pops out that says, "If you're solo and want to make $10,000 to $12,000 plus per week, or 12 to 20 as a, they're this, you know what I mean?" It's like,
yeah, yeah. Candace says she's getting 3 calls a week from dispatch services. Pam gets them too. Pam and Ricky get those
isn't
calls
that crazy though?
all
Like
day.
like they come in my office and they call and they're like, "We're dispatch service. We have lots of freight. We charge a percentage. Do you need help moving so you can drive while you drive?" No, I'm driving and building my own business. I
We'll
get it.
get you we'll get you $10,000 a week every week. And you only have to work 3.5 days, and you only have to pull loads that weigh 4,000 pounds
Well, would you? Well,
every
whenever my
week.
truck breaks down, Frank, or I have other problems because I didn't grow my company because I was letting you run it, are you going to bail me out, dispatcher? Nope, we're going to move to the next truck. Have a nice
We
day.
ain't talking about I'm bringing on 6 new drivers over the next month, and I don't recruit. Okay, you come on here with me next week, Shane. Come on here with me and
That'd be a
Shane.
great show.
That would
Come
be a
on,
great, great
Shane.
show because you get on here with us and you tell these people what you're doing because I've known you for a long time.
Me
And
too.
guys, if you don't know Shane, if you're on here tonight and you don't know Shane, my brother Shane, He's not bullshitting or pulling your leg. Shane has been running his trucking company for years, and
Dude, I
he's
watched that same
solid.
story.
He's solid. He's been there forever. He knows what he's doing, and he's growing.
I've been watching Shane from a couple trucks to 20 trucks to 30 trucks. I don't even know where he's
Yeah,
at right now. I
he
just
was
know
at
you hear
26
his
about a month
drivers.
ago.
You like all his drivers. You never hear one complain or
No,
talk bad.
never,
Green
never,
Mile.
never.
That's
He
why I
does
still
not.
like Shane. Now, I don't like his counterpartner much, but I like Shane a lot.
Yeah,
And I still have his picture from Dallas when me and him and
that's a great picture.
Matt Green. I
I'll
know,
tell you
isn't it?
what. If he comes on here with us next week, you had to put that picture up for
Oh,
everybody.
we'll send it to you so we can post it on a thing. But he
Yeah,
might kill me for it
yeah.
because it's
We'll
perfect.
make that our background.
Yeah, Shane Ferris, Shaggy, Matt Green, and I don't know who the other guy was.
I don't know.
The
That's
Green
cool.
Mile.
That's a cool picture. That
It
is
is
a
a
real
real
picture.
picture. We had so much fun that night. It was terrible. And it was all on Triumph's dime.
Oh yeah, the Green Mile. Walking the mile.
You know,
Walking the
Shane,
mile.
always, every time I always catch Shane, he's always walking through a place pulling that damn suitcase behind him or whatever he carries with him for all his
Yeah.
stuff. Run into him.
I'll have to go figure out the video part. It's easy. Call me up. I'll walk you through it. It's real easy. It's
Yeah,
real easy.
that'd be awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Everybody be good. Have a great time. Thanks for having us. Hope
Good
you
night.
love the show.
Good night, Shagley. He's blowing up. He's disconnected. I can't hear him anymore. I think he's gone. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, he went. He went away. Hold on, let me kick him out of there. Yeah, it's just us now. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, or if we're still on there and not. I don't know. But we've been on here an hour, and that's about right. And we didn't get to do as much broker busting, but we had a lot of fun. Let me see here. Who else we got? He's out. Yeah, he gone. Anyway, I'm a blast off too. I'm gonna go get my little dinner and hang out with my girl and rub bull snot all over and all that stuff. Have some fun. We'll see you guys next Tuesday night. We'll try to have Shane on here, maybe Charles Bundy with us, Left Lane with Lefty, and talk it up, talk about some of these shows or something. And we're gonna pick Shane's brain about all the things that he's doing right because it's a lot. It's a lot. In the meantime, make a plan. May 5th, if you can be there, Kodak, Tennessee, Guitars and Large Cars, we're going to have some fun over there. Charles say, looking for a cheap truck with no fifth wheel. Well, come and get you one. You know where we're at. I'll take the fifth wheel off of whatever you want me to. I don't care. I got trucks everywhere. Some as small as it is. We ain't going to get into that tonight. But anyway, I'll thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody for being here. Check you guys next Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. Spread the word, share it around. Also, I've got a YouTube channel. It's called Frank G Trucks. Pretty simple. You might want to check into that and just go ahead and subscribe to that because if anything happened here, if the crazy guy that owns Facebook, if he ever kicks us out, we'll have to move over there. But check it out. It's Frank G Trucks on YouTube. And when I'm broadcasting here, I'm broadcasting there too. So if they ever kick us off Facebook, we'll just slide over there and keep talking. Anyway, thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate you guys. I do. I appreciate you. Hook up with us this week. We'll be around. And have a great week. And take real good care of each other because nobody else is doing it. Have a good night.